The NFL trade deadline is almost upon us, but the Patriots always a step ahead. They made their big move back in September, acquiring Josh Gordon for a fifth-round pick, and it seems like they made the right call as Amari Cooper reset the price for the wide receiver market, going to the Dallas Cowboys for a first-round pick.
Yeah.
I'm Alex Barth. He's Evan Lazar from Gillette Stadium. And, Evan, let's start here. Josh Gordon go for a fifth-round pick if that move is made deadline time as opposed to early in the season?
Well, I think that Josh Gordon went for a fifth-round pick because people weren't sure if Josh Gordon was going to be playing football or not. You know,
Okay.
that's a pretty big deal, right? I mean, the guy's going to play or if he's not going to play. It didn't sound like Josh Gordon was 100% ready to play football at the time, and he was kind of back and forth in the Cleveland facility. And then the Browns were going to just outright cut him. I mean, that's what they said on Saturday before that Sunday game when he missed that flight, that they were going to outright release him from the team, and they got a fifth-round pick back from the Patriots just to get some sort of compensation in the deal.
Right, but didn't they sell too early on Gordon? I mean, the guy can still clearly play. After all they've been through, he tweaks his hamstring, and that's the final straw?
That was never the question, though. The question was never about his ability. It was his availability, right? You know, everyone knows he's a great player.
He's been available now the last couple weeks. He's been making a difference. The Browns put up with him for all these years for this moment, and then a little hamstring injury, and suddenly, oh, he's not available enough? He missed entire seasons.
Do you think that, put it to you this way, do you think that Josh Gordon is as available and as ready to play as he is in Foxboro for the Patriots as he would be for the Cleveland Browns, who are not a playoff team?
So if Cleveland managed him right, he would be. I guess that's kind of a loaded answer.
Right.
Saying if Cleveland managed him right.
Maybe.
But again, just with all they've been through with the guy, I think you give him the opportunity to be available.
I think it was just the final straw, and they have a new, kind of group running things there with John Dorsey. And I think Dorsey finally said, I need to kind of hold my players accountable and put my foot down here and have a, sense of accountability within the organization. And Josh Gordon had just kind of ran his final straw there. He had run it dry. And I think that honestly, to compare it to the Amari Cooper trade, Cooper is as clean as it gets on and off the field in terms of who he is as a person and all those types of things. That's why he was such a high draft pick and all those types. So.
But Gordon's a much more talented player. Are you telling me that Amari Cooper's personality is worth 4 more rounds than Josh Gordon?
Yes, 100%. This is
Josh Gordon.
A guy that's,
and I love Amari Cooper, but he hasn't been good.
I'm not saying he's been pretty good. I mean, you look at his numbers are pretty comparable to Brandon Cooks.
This year, the last couple of
I'm not saying that maybe it's a fourth round, I think the first round pick was a lot to give up for Amari Cooper. I do. Although they do have him under team control for another year on his 5th-year option next year too. So you're really getting him for 24 games of team control, which isn't bad. The Patriots traded a first round pick for a very comparable player in Brandon Cooks for about the same number of games of control. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. I thought it was a little bit steep of a price, but when you're comparing it to Josh Gordon versus Amari Cooper, those two trades, it's an apples to oranges comparison just because of the off-field stuff.
But Gordon's just such a better player to me, and I know he has the issues.
Player.
I don't want to ignore that, but I think ultimately, at the end of the day, this is all about winning football games.
He's a better player,
but
he's not. He's not. We're not comparing Randy Moss to Jabbar Gaffney here.
Right.
He's a better player, but it's not like he's worlds better than Amari Cooper.
All right. So let me ask you this then: if the Patriots don't make the Gordon move, a little revisionist history here, if they don't go back in September and make that trade, is this a move the Patriots are in on? Do they have to trade a first-round pick for Amari Cooper? Or would they think the price is too high?
I doubt it. I doubt that they would trade a first-round pick for Amari Cooper. I think that really the Gordon trade happened because it was such a little risk on the Patriots side of things that even if he regressed back into relapsing into his off-field concerns or anything like that, it wasn't going to really be any sweat off the Patriots' back. They only gave up really a pick swap. It was a 5th and getting back a 7th in Josh Gordon. So they really only dropped in the draft about 100 spots, and they picked up a potential Pro Bowl receiver. If it doesn't work out, you cut ties. You don't lose anything in that situation. You trade a first-round pick for Amari Cooper. That's a ton of draft capital. Maybe if the Raiders were willing to trade Amari Cooper in the offseason and they could have pulled off a similar trade as they did with Brandon Cooks, then maybe they would have done it. But I think that, they weren't going to pay him on that 5th-year option. You're really only going to get 8 games of team control in 2018. I doubt that they would have been in on it now.
Let us know what you think. Did the Cowboys overpay for Amari Cooper? Did the Patriots underpay for Josh Gordon? Let us know in the comments below or on Twitter @PatriotsCLNS. From Gillette Stadium, he's Evan Lazar. I'm Alex Barth. Thanks for watching.